Okay, guys, welcome back to Altered Journaling. I have some more ephemera stuff to show you and some more ideas. These are some pictures that I took of some altered journal pages that I already did. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these images again because these were some of my favorite pictures. This says, the deeper that pain carves into your soul, the more joy you can contain. So like I said, favorite quotes, favorite song lyrics. Here's a quote that I put down on this paper, and the paper was probably too busy for this quote. It says, until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you'll fly. But I still like it, and I don't want to waste it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out so that I've only got this one here. And then this looks like it needs to be sanded up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll get my sandpaper. As soon as I can find out where I put it. And then we're going to sand the edge of this, but it's going to have to be a little bit later because I can't see the sandpaper right now. So let's say you're working on a page. Oh, here's stuff I've saved from before. A card that sometimes you can find these. They have little quotes on the back and cute pictures. They come in decks. And then this, I really like the binoculars because I'm an outdoor kind of person. And so I'm like, oh, I can tell why I saved this from a journal sometime before. But that's what I want to use in my book sometime. Here's a picture that I took of one of my other pages. I think I showed it to you. Here it is. And then here's a way that I used it in the book. You can just put listening there. I don't know what page I'm going to use this on yet, but I will use it. And I could do something like just paste it here and find something to go in there. So I've done that many times where I'll paste the picture in, or I'll get started on a page and not really finish it because I know something is meant to go there, and I'll find it in my travels. And when I do, it'll be more complete. Now last time we left off with this little picture. Remember how I traced around it? But what I thought might be fun is to take some paint. When you go buy paint, get a few shades of your favorite color. White and gray are always good to have. Black to start with. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take some of this turquoise and I'm gonna paint like so. Remember, there's no wrong way to do it. That's one thing that I love about art, is you can't go wrong. Sometimes, actually most of the time, in trying to fix an art mistake, you will find a better way to do something. Maybe a new technique, but it always turns out better than you were hoping, or than you had started planning on anyway. Let's say I wanted to keep this word camp because I'm a camper. Whoops. Just go like that. Now, see, I would normally think, oh, I made a mistake. I covered it up too much right there. But in trying to fix it like so, you find that might look actually kind of cute. Left like that. Or just leave it and come back to it. I do that all the time. It takes me months to do one of these journals, maybe years even when I work on it all the time, because it just does. It's a process. It's a creative process. When I got divorced, I had one that was titled Learning How to Fall, because that was kind of having to do with that time period in my life. So, and then this one, like I told you last time, is called The Skilled Helper, because for a living, I'm a social worker, and so I help people. So I thought when I saw this book, I call it rescuing books out of the dump. Because your whole life you're told, don't color in books, don't write in books, don't take notes. But so it feels kind of a little rebellious to be painting in a book right now. But what I tell kids that I work with is, we rescued this book. It would have been in a landfill decomposing right now. So there you go. While I have paint open, sometimes I'll just turn to the next page because I really hate to waste stuff. And then I'll just go like this. Or something, you know, just to not waste any of the paint. Who knows what's going to become of this page later, but or just mess around, you know. Now that's got to dry, so while that's drying, I'll set it aside. Sometimes I'll even have two books, or I'll take a page from another book like so. I showed you a minute ago with this binocular thing. Not sure what I want to do with this yet, but let's see if there's any other words on this page that we like biography, biology. Nothing's really sticking out right away, but see, even that could be pretty. Or not. And then I always have, like I told you before, a cup of water on my desk, so we'll stick that in a cup of water so it doesn't go bad. Paintbrushes are kind of expensive, and all it takes is a few minutes for them to dry out and get ruined. So, okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you another technique that I do on books. I'm wondering if I want to do it on here or in the book. Let's do it right here. Take and open up that piece, that part of the paint. And then here's what I do. I just run it along the top of the page. Well, this is the side, but I like to make a line that's connecting, so there we go. And then the only thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to hang it up so that it drips down the side like so. Let me kind of leave it like this, and in just a few minutes you can see it's starting to run. If you leave it hanging up somewhere like on your fridge with two magnets, in the morning you'll see that the drips have gotten all the way down to the end of the page, and it makes kind of a really cool look, and then you can decorate the page that way. And look how easy it was, just spilling the paint. Okay, so I'm also going to set this off to the side. I'll show you that one in our next video. I'll show you how it turned out. But I've got some things to show you. When I do crafting with my friends, they have stamps and punches and embossers and things that I don't. So while I got these from my sister, it's a Stampin' Up! Punch, but also this is an embossing folder. So while I was with her, I made several of these, knowing that I don't own the punch myself, but I can go and later add them into my art. So I have these frames, and I just have them in my ephemera bucket. Here's one thing I want you guys to start doing just in your free time. If you're at the doctor's, in the waiting room, or the dentist, or somewhere you don't want to be but you have to be, instead of going on your phone, take and start making some of these images that you really love. I like birds' nests, outdoor stuff, baby stuff. So as you can see, I just started doing little sketches. I really did a lot to try and make a bird cage that looked like a bird cage. Yeah, so then maybe you could also take a pencil, a colored pencil, and add to it. Some of it looks like jibber jabber, but it's really cute, for example, to learn how to draw hats and wings, because then you can take a picture, maybe even like this card, and make a hat for this little girl. And what I like to do is make them in the shape of party hats. So let me find a piece of scrap paper real quick in my junk bin. Here's yellow. Would yellow look good? It would kind of disappear into the background, but maybe this kind of, we can make her like a little party hat by making a little triangle that size. I don't think I like that one as much, but just experiment, play with it. I'm looking for some more scrapbook paper that might be better. And I'm going to teach you how to make a wing, and I'm going to teach you how to make a hat. There's lots of different hats, but the easiest is just a triangle-shaped birthday hat. Yeah, let's make her one of this. This is, you know, one of my folder things that I had. You measure the shape of her head, and I can see that hat's gonna need to start about there, so I make a little mark like I just did. And then we're gonna cut it into the shape of a triangle by cutting up and cutting up. Then see how she all of a sudden she looks like she's at a party. And then I take a pencil and make a little string for the hat. You don't have to do that. And then here's how I make wings. I don't know if I'm gonna make wings for her. Let's make wings for something else. How about her? Okay, I think she would look good with a wing going up here on her back. So you can do this out of book pages or scrapbook papers, and the way you pull toward yourself, it leaves a torn edge right here. You see that? So measure it on the girl and see how it goes. I think we're gonna cut it right about here. Make the other half of it. By ripping toward yourself, you'll make this rough edge. See how it fits her? It looks a little big maybe, so cut some more of this off. And then I save these for littler wings for different pages. I save a lot of stuff, which is why I have art supplies in my house, and I don't have to go out shopping for them right now when we're not supposed to be leaving the house. But see how that could be a cute little wing for her? Another thing that could be that you can do wings out of is old pages. So here's some of my old pages. Like I say, I saved them from everything. I think I was gonna do paper mache the other day with these. Okay, so again, if there's cool words, you might wanna save them. But let's see. For her, I want the words to be going. I'm not sure. Let's just try it. We're just working with materials that we're going to be thrown away, so it's not that big of a deal, right? I really like wings made out of this old books. It's awesome. And then if we actually if we cut it too small, then we can save that. Go back in and try again. Maybe not, that's kind of too long and skinny. But you guys get the idea of how to make wings for creatures. So let's look at this. That little girl, she might need some wings. Might look cute, might not, but gonna be really tiny, aren't they? There might just be one tiny little word on the wing. That'd be cute. It's a combination of ripping and using. You can hold it up to her shoulder, kind of get the slant of her shoulder. It takes up her whole arm too. There's something about wings because they give you power to fly. And crowns is another one. Let's make her a crown instead. The wing looks cute though, but she's wearing a hat already, but we can cover the whole hat up with her new crown. And that way you do that is you go cut up, and we're gonna make about 3 or 4 of these little crown shapes. Go by going up and down, just up, down. Sometimes it doesn't turn out and you just try again. And you're undoubtedly gonna find something that's even better. So I don't want this crown to look torn, so I'm just gonna cut the torn piece off like that. See if it fits her. It's way too big for her. Do you see that? See how it's way too big? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut one of the tips off like that. That's still too big. What we might have to do is start over. You see how it doesn't even bother me, just gonna end up being better, that's all. If you need help, don't hesitate to ask for help. Let's try that. Sometimes they're just so tiny that it's hard to make it look right. That's pretty cute. She might do better with a dunce, well, I call it a dunce cap. Sometimes it's a party cap, but there we go. There's a tiny little party hat. A crown, it just makes it empowers her too. It just looks like, wow. See, now it looks like she's on the way to her birthday party instead of just pushing her dolls. Something else that's fun is to take a pink, make sure it's really sharp, because we're going to try and give some pink to her cheeks. And they're so tiny that it's kind of hard. And then if you want, you could color her dress, the babies, the green grass, or stop right there. It adds a little bit of life to it, and automatically you're an artist just because you colored her cheeks and put a hat on her. So fun. Okay guys, see you next time.